While we sleep, our body is hard at work taking action to recover and repair. With that in mind, I designed this short pre-sleep sequence with the incorporation of poses that are known in the yoga world to have calming and detoxifying effects. Preparing our body for rest and the work it will do while we are sound asleep, I would recommend this class be done right before bed, possibly even from your bed. This class that you are tuning in for was originally created for our Elements online yoga studio, but to help share the gift of quality sleep, we have decided to release this class to you, our YouTube community, as well. This style of class is called Earth, and it is one of the 4 class types you will find in our studio. To find out more and how you can join, please visit the link in this video description. Also in the description, you will find tips on how to best set up for today's session. When you are ready to begin, I will meet you on your backside in supported bridge pose. With our feet grounded on the earth, knees bent, facing towards the sky, with a soft object like a pillow or bolster underneath your hips or possibly a block. Allow the eyes to close and the shoulders to soften. If this position feels perfect in your body, please stay, or start to come along for supported waterfall. This happens by lifting both legs up and towards the air, and then maybe you choose to bring the arms to cactus or allow them to softly rest beside your body. If you find the backsides of your legs are struggling and feeling like this is quite a stretch, consider relocating yourself so that you can rest the feet up against a wall, instead finding supported waterfall position with the use of a sturdy object like a wall or a headboard. Whatever position you have taken, allow the feet and legs to feel effortless as you begin to connect with breath. Inhaling intentionally through the nose, filling up and expanding. And then gently and mindfully exhaling out the nose as well. Spending these next few moments here feeling your breath flow through your body, starting in your chest, making its way all the way up your legs into the tips of your toes, and then softly flowing its way right back down. Asking our heart to work a little bit harder to move blood through our body. If it feels good to do so, start to awaken in your feet, pointing and flexing. And then very softly and mindfully start to make your way out of this posture. Whether you've been using a wall, a block, or a bolster for support, take your time to ease out. We will meet on the backside with knees bent facing towards the sky or ceiling. Taking a moment to release out into the hips, allow them to sway from right to left. Big inhale breaths draw the knees up towards the sky. As you exhale, lower them down in one direction. Coming onto the sides of the feet as you release into the lower back, into the hips, allow this smooth movement to come into the body, pairing with every inhale and exhale that comes and goes. When you feel ready to do so, meeting again with knees pointed upwards, perhaps you bring a block to squeeze between your knees or thighs, maybe a bolster or a pillow, as we begin to set up for a bit of a soft twist. With that object between your legs, start to send both knees down to the right side. Take a moment to find stillness, and then perhaps turn your gaze towards the left. There's no rush to ease into this pose. Take as many breaths as you need to find what feels best in your body, allowing the heart to face upwards, the knees to melt towards the right side. Once you have found a position that feels soft, easy in the lower body, and gently twisting into the center torso, come back to those generous breaths. Feel your inhales and exhales move through you, this time really ringing out in the center body. This twisting sensation is part of that detoxification that I spoke about at the start of this class. With every inhale breath, fill up a bit further, and as you exhale, allow those knees to soften a bit further to the right, perhaps inviting your right hand to slowly and gently encourage the knees a little bit further down. Then gently easing out of this side, keeping that object between the knees, returning your hips back to center before shifting them a little bit further to the right, dropping both knees down towards the left. And then perhaps you will turn your gaze to the right side to go a little deeper. Again, with the focus and attention on wringing out or coiling, finding a deep twist in the center body as your arms and lower body relax. Maybe at this point, deepening like you did on the other side, using your left hand to guide the right knee a bit closer to the earth. Continuing to shine the heart upwards as a deeper twist comes into the midsection. Very gently and slowly starting to ease out of this twist. Bring your knees back to center and then removing any bolster, block, or pillow you placed between the legs. With an exhale, softly guide the knees in towards the chest and take a moment to rock from right to left with your hands wrapped around your shins. Begin to return to stillness as you spread the knees wide, imagining that they could slide down the side body, gravitating closer to the earth while your tailbone and shoulders stay rooted. Feeling a stretch and release into the hips as your breath effortlessly and intentionally moves and flows through you. At any point, if your mind starts to wander, come back to this sensation of air, starting in your toes, flowing its way to the top of your head, and then washing its way back down. You are in choice to stay exactly as we are, continuing to ground, to feel the hips sinking and massaging a bit deeper. We're coming into happy baby next. So staying with the same leg placement, instead picking the shins up so that they are perpendicular to the ground, flexing in the feet, reaching for the soles. If this does not add value or comfort, you can go back to where you were or come to the posture I'm demonstrating now. Finding our backside frog pose, knees and hips aligned with the legs spread wide. A bend into both knees, a flexion into the feet. The shins are parallel to each other. Hands are either in the thighs to open up further or holding on to the outside for additional support. In whichever pose you have taken, come back to your breath and allow it to flow within you. Eventually closing the knees back together, wrapping the arms around your legs, and giving yourself a bit of a hug. With your next exhale breath, extend the left leg really long as you keep the right knee tucked in towards the chest. Start to make circular movements with that bent knee, releasing into the right hip. When that hip feels softened and relaxed, make your way onto the other side, extending the right leg long, keeping the left knee in towards the chest as you rotate and release. We start to set up next for our deepest variation of a twist, a detoxifying sensation that goes a bit further in the body. Begin by crossing the right leg over the left. With that right leg caught by the left leg, start to send both knees down to the left side as your gaze goes to the right. If this is too intense in your body, please take the form of twists we did earlier, either with block or bolster between the legs. As we stay here in this twist, send your air especially to the midsection of your body. With every inhale, expand in your lungs in all directions that are available. And with every exhale, find the softness, the release and empty that opens up more space to coil and twist a little bit deeper. Inviting an inhale breath to twist you out of this posture on this side as you begin to set up on the other. Crossing the left leg over the right thigh in a nice deep twist position, start to drop both knees down to the right as your gaze heads to the left. Again, allow the air, your breath, to flow through you as you focus on the sensation of twist that is happening in the mid-body. Using a soft and mindful inhale, begin to come out of this twist, drawing the knees back into center. And then interlacing your fingers, peeling your head and shoulders off of the mat to squeeze energetically into a small and tiny ball. Eventually releasing all of that energy as you soften onto your backside. Your feet spread long and palms turn upwards as your eyes dial down. like the waves moving through the ocean. Imagine that same fluidity of breath flows through your body. Allow every focus of your sensation and mind to move through your body with these breaths. Feel the air come as it enters through your nose and goes all the way down into your feet. As it leaves you, working its way all the way back up. Smoothly on this journey, seeking to repair, to heal, and to rest. Very gently and softly start to bring a little bit of movement into the hands. Eventually guiding both hands to land on top of the heart. In this moment in space, finding gratitude for our heart and the work it does, both figuratively and literally. Thanking our breath, our body, and our mind for these moments spent here together. Wishing you quality and restful sleep that heals, recovers, and restores. Namaste.